What's going on, guys? Culprit here, and welcome to my Timber and Stone Let's Play season, and it still pains me to say this a little bit, season 3. We've left the tragedy that is season 2. Everybody got wiped out, as you saw. Spider matriarchs are OP. I filed the email off. You guys just recently saw that yesterday, I would imagine. I don't quite know. For me, it's been several days. I got way ahead, and that's one of the kind of things with this game is you get way ahead. And, you know, I just want to play. I really love this game. I get engrossed in it. I get immersed in it. And I'll bang out a 2 or 3 hour session. And out of that 2 or 3 hours, I'll get 5, 6 episodes. So one night of play for me could mean a week's worth of videos for you guys. So that's one of the pitfalls of doing Let's Plays like this is I want to play, but I want your input to affect, you know, I don't want you guys to give me input at episode 2. And then you don't see that input take effect until episode 10. It's tough. I have to, you know, kind of exercise some patience and discipline sometimes, and it's weird because I don't want to lose my flow at the same time. So I tried to do that here. I stepped away for 2 days since that season 2 fell. I thought about it. I strategized like crazy. I've read some forums, kind of educated myself because I found that I needed some help. You know, I just kind of like things like how to kill a spider matriarch, which nobody really tells you, because I just feel like I don't know how to do that. Like necromancers, I feel like, all right, I see how I can do that. They're hard, but I see how to do it. But matriarchs, geez, and we'll talk about that a little more. But man, they are so hard. One-shotting people. Now, I assume if I get the best armor and stuff, maybe they'll be able to stand toe-to-toe a little better. I guess the best strategy is to not stand toe-to-toe with them. I'm going to try some ballistas maybe if we can get to that point. I don't know. So we're going to kind of get right into season 3 here. We're going to do away with the lofty endgame goals that I had for season 2. I was doing that with a mind towards my first season, which was rather easy. We see now the goal is going to be to survive. And, you know, I've got some ideas. I've got some strategies. I've got some designs that I want to ask you guys your input for. So if you're watching this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little video. I'm going to put it up unlisted. I'm going to link it in this description. You guys can then go click that link, watch that video. It's not going to appear on my channel normally. You have to kind of go to it through this video. And this way, only the people that are going to see that are people that might be interested in giving feedback. And what I did was I've been on graph paper kind of drawing stuff out. And I apologize for the pause screen, but I just want to talk about this for a minute. I'll get to some action and walk you through the new settlement a little bit. I went into actually Prison Architect, if you guys watch that Let's Play, the design screen, because it has this little blueprint mode that's really kind of handy, because I didn't know how to take what I've done on my graph paper and you know, scribbling, scrabbling, and jotting things down, and that's what I do. I obsess on things, and I've been reading and writing out game plans and strategies, and of course designing on graph paper. So I thought of that, and I mocked it up a little bit and did some designs just so I could visually show you guys. So I'll do a video with that, explaining some of my ideas and concepts to help improve my defenses. And what I want is I want you guys to help me and help me, give me some input, give me some ideas. I know Luton's actually made a lot of suggestions already, and that's still on season 2. You guys haven't even gotten to season 3 yet, so I want more of that. So I want you guys to help, because this is going to be a group effort here. So make sure you click that link in the description, go to that video, and that'll be a nice little forum for us to kind of have a discussion on, you know, fortifications, defenses, you know, things that could, you know, I want to say weaponry, but I don't think that's correct, but basically defensive systems and what we can do in as far as our architecture and engineering and design to increase our chances to live. So without kind of getting any more off to that and making you guys look at a static image, this is the new map. Now, unfortunately, I have the fog, the render distance turned way down because I am recording. There's nothing crazy about this map. It is pretty much a flat, sparsely treed map. I chose it for very functional reasons. It's a decent map. It's got some hills. It's not just totally flat. I don't like totally flat maps. I picked this location. You see some work started, because I'll explain that in a second. Let's just actually get this rolling. You guys see these start doing some work. I picked these maps. I took about an hour, and I just kind of pulled up maps. And if you guys have played this, you'll know. The basic stats for this map are, I want to say, frequent tin, abundant copper, abundant iron, abundant coal, which is pretty awesome as far as minerals. And I think it's like frequent chickens and common boar and sheep. No water, as you saw. And then when I spawned in, you know, that's always the thing. You find this nice spot. You look on the map, you're like, okay, this is cool. I can build here. I can do this. And then you spawn in, and you're hoping you get a good fit. And there you go. There's some designs I will show you in a second. You see, I did start with wheat seeds. No, I did not start with wheat seeds. I apologize. Like cotton seeds. Actually, I guess I'll just show you the actual in the ground. I started with some cotton, which is great. I can make really good beds, so we'll be having that very soon. I probably actually need something to to pick that, do I? Or no? Let's just click. I've never used cotton, so I'm going to see. Like, I know shears just for a tailor. Okay. So it should be, do I need a certain hoe to get cotton? I don't know. We'll have to get back to that. You can make super good beds, which is nice. I have some flaxseed, which is going to be for rope and training dummies. And I have some corn for food, obviously. I might even have other food, but I'm only putting one food in for now because food is not my huge priority. I want to get cotton rolling. I want to get flax rolling. I was hoping to get, like, flax and wheat, because with wheat I can domesticate animals. I can make beds. Not as good beds, but I can still make beds. And a food, obviously. You need a food. I didn't get that. So we're going to have our Achilles heel, as you guys watch, as we get started here, is going to be wheat. I need to get wheat early. But the problem is I have no plans on doing a haul right away. The plan is going to be to just not do a haul and just get defensive. And I think one of my big problems in Season 2 is I did a haul too quickly. And what happens is the animals basically run right at your hauls. I mean, they just come right at you. And that was a big problem. You guys, I mean, I don't want to steal. I would love a steel hammer, but that's not going to work. You guys saw, I mean, they came right at me. And that was a problem. One I do not want to do again, basically. I'm sorry, I'm a little preoccupied. Beginnings are very important, and that's kind of why I started without you guys. So I'm going to run you through the guys in just a second as they're doing their work. Biggest bro, no stormies. Okay. You can see I've started some of the work. I've renamed everybody. I've got them all situated, and I'll talk a little bit about that when I get to it. You can see some of the designs here, and I'll pull it up. Now you see I took the hill here. I've kind of stolen a little of our idea of a castle on the hill. Not a ton, you know, obviously there's a hill in the castle, but I gotta eventually rip this down. But you see, I'm going for a big castle here, or a big defensive wall. Everything about this season, Season 3, is going to be about survival and defense. We're preoccupied with defense, and then we're going to figure out how to get a haul and roads involved. And that's going to be the tricky part, because animals just, I remember the animals, the enemy mobs go crazy for the haul. And that is it. You're announcing yourself to the world. You're opening yourself for death, as you guys saw. So the focus here is, obviously, you can see I'm building a moat. And basically, I'm getting a 1-block wall. I'm going to do a 2-block wall as soon as I can get one. But I want to get one around, and I'm digging down. So, like, right here, I had a mine away. One piece of dirt, and I added one wall. I have a 2-block wall now. Boom, right out of the chute. So I think by doing that and being careful about, you know, looking around and making sure it's 2 everywhere, I think I can get away with a big... Get that out of there. A big settlement. You know, I can do it. So we'll see. I want to get fortified enough so that I'm not going to get any surprises. You can see it's getting to be night already. And that's going to be a problem. Let me just add some light. Let me go over here. Because I don't want to die again. Duh, I know, that sounds silly and all. But it's the truth. I really would like to survive quite a while this time and get going and get into the end of the game. Or end game. Because, you know, there seems to be some good things going on with that. So where is he? He's got cobblestone. I'm basically putting it up as fast as I can build it. Who can I run? Now this guy needs to... I'm going to make him a carpenter real quick. Just go and fix those things for me. Build those campfires. Basically, I want big walls. And I have some ideas for... like I'm going to tell you, over here is going to be the main gate. You see how it opens up on this large plain. This will give me some room to work with haul and a village if we do get to it. If we're able to pacify the countryside, I would like to do the village plan. Eventually, I'm going to have, obviously, the miner dig the moat around the whole place, probably at least 2 blocks deep, 2 blocks wide. Give me a nice, strong moat. You know, if I can do that, I think I'll be in good shape. Just wanted to check something over there quick. And then what I'm going to do, instead of digging underground, I'm going to shave this hill off. This is going to be my mine, just bringing this hill down. But I'm going to leave this hill here, and up here is where I'm going to build the keep. This is where the holdfast is going to be, the house. And that's where the beds are going to be, because I will be able to build some beds relatively soon, which will be great. And, you know, we'll have that going for us. I want the guys to be able to sleep in there, and I do want it to be a fallback option. So if the wall is breached, which I'm going to be, you know, putting layers of... oh, gosh, I'm having trouble figuring out my words. Redundancy, yeah, layers of redundancy on my single gate, 1 gate this time. Again, I'm going to get into that in that length video. I'm going to talk about it in the main Let's Play as well. But then there'll be another building that I can fall people back to, you know, the farmers and things that can't really defend themselves. They can get in there and they can then defend themselves. That's the plan. So right now I am obviously rushing to get as fortified as I can. It's obviously not going to happen right away. I'm going to hope I can survive the first night with no friendlies coming and checking us out, but we'll see. That's going to be a little hairy. I won't pretend. He's building that, and then he can switch. So let's take you around and introduce you to everybody. Everybody's changed up a little bit. I used most of the same names. Everybody's on the list that was in. If you didn't make it in the first group, you're going to be a migrant. Don't worry. You're probably better off waiting until I have a little more established build going on. So let's see here. Turn you back to a herder. Hopefully now you'll go kill everybody. Go get a tool and kill everybody. That would be great. There we go. You're going to grab it. Okay, so then let's just roll through. And I'm going to talk a little bit about. So we got Natalia again. You're going to be the herder. I'm going to try to have a herder going. Obviously, I need to get some wheat before you can actually be very effective. So right now what you're doing is you're running around. You're scooping up all the animals. Then I'm going to kill you. That's going to be... not kill you, I'm going to kill the animals. That's going to be my initial intake of feathers, which is going to be incredibly vital to me. That's going to be my Achilles heel, feathers, because I need them for arrows, because the whole defense of this place is going to be based around archers defending the door, defending the gate. So vitally important. You might meander off, do some farming, do some mining, whatever it may be, as there are no animals on the map and you have nothing to do. But I'm going to try to get you back to herder as quickly as possible. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that. We got Luton. Luton is right now, he is a miner. He's got good vision, charismatic, and disloyal. He is going to be our archer. He's going to be our professional soldier. Right now, there's nothing for him to do. There's nothing for him to train on, so he's helping mine the initial moat, which I need manpower for anyway. I figured the good vision was a good match with an archer that will be at the gate, kind of keeping watch. I'm hoping that means he'll have maybe further archery range, or at least he'll be able to see enemies sooner. The charismatic and disloyal, who knows. But welcome back, Luton. You are going to be our professional soldier, our man-at-arms, if you will. Here almost, he's going to be our builder. I believe that is his way. Yeah, hard worker, quick learner. I paid a little more attention to these traits, guys. I kind of picked it up on the forums a little bit, and I don't know exactly what they do, but like I said, I'm paying more attention to it. That is for sure. Oh, you are sleeping. We cannot have you sleeping. That's Polygon Wizard. He is going to be our stonemason. He's going to be everything, basically. He's going to be... You'll probably never go outside these walls. If you are outside these walls, we're in trouble. Stonemason. You're going to be carpenter, blacksmith, tailor. You're probably going to be our trader, too, as well. We will have to see. You are charismatic. You're an overeater, and you're a quick learner. The reason I did this is, again, I said he's probably going to be my trader. So I figured that charisma would help with that. Quick learner, of course, is going to be very important. Overeater is kind of a detriment. I don't want you challenge, but I didn't have too many options as I went through everything. So that is Mr. Polygon. Let's see. We got Natalia. I talked about you with the herder. Rusty Walker. Welcome to wood chopping, Rust. Let's talk here. Quick learner. Now you're gonna go chop wood, and you're gonna do it pretty hard at first, but you're probably gonna change to something else later once I get the fort enclosed. Now you're always gonna chop some wood, but I'm gonna end up planting my own wood in here, and that's one of the reasons I made it as big as I did. I want to have plenty of room. Because here's the wall. I am going to have some defenses in here involved in the front gate. I'm going to have some defenses out here involved in the front gate that'll eat up some room. I'm going to put kind of a big holdfast or, a tower, a keep in here. So, and obviously probably have the farms end up down here. So I'm going to actually be using quite a bit of space. I am going to kind of plant some trees. I started doing it at the end of season 2. I never really got to talk to you guys about it because I died too quick. But they started getting in the way, the trees. So I want to kind of have a little more space, but you're going to kind of be in charge of the trees inside the compound. I'm probably not going to chop too many trees outside. We'll see. But then you're probably going to change to something to kind of be a help out all over. Maybe you'll end up learning. You're definitely going to learn some archery. You're probably going to help mining it sometimes, building possibly, farming possibly. So you're not going to be set in your role, but for now your primary role is wood chopping. Mr. Duets is back on the farms. Again, he did a great job previously. And it's one of the most important roles. I figured, boom. Let's look at your traits are overeater. It seemed fitting for a farmer. And a quick learner. Again, quick learner is very important for a farmer. Farmer is probably the most important skill, for me to level up initially. Right now, I do have a forager I will get to. Actually, might as well just keep going. I do have a forager out there that's kind of supporting us right now. But as enemies start to become more populated, I want to get Forager out. I'm going to have Forager come back in here and do other roles, be it miner, again, just like the wood chopper. Less about foraging, more about something helping inside the walls. Probably actually turn into a farmer to help Gillettes. But while he's leveling up and can't really sustain the colony, I want that forager to be out there helping me do that. So let's get right to them. But right now, Andre, I decided not to make you a forager again because you died first, and I figured that wasn't fair. So I changed it to one of the more safe jobs. You're going to be a miner. You're a hard worker, bad vision, courageous, and clumsy. He was kind of like the last character I didn't know what to do with. Hard worker seems to fit with miner. Bad vision doesn't really seem to matter down in the hole. Courageous, yeah, it's got to be kind of brave down in a mine, right? And then the clumsy, that kind of doesn't work with a miner. But we'll see. You're going to drop a lot of rocks and tools on your feet, I guess. So you're going to be my miner. Probably going to be your solitary job most of the time. And that just is what it is. Resource crate I need, huh? Okay, storage. This is going to be kind of challenging to keep, you know, to kind of have everything where I need it, because none of this is, I assume I'm going to kind of landfill this and raise this area up. So let's cycle through. Oh, there's Mark S. He's going to be our forager. Where the heck is he, though? He's sleeping right here, is he not? Okay. Who can I make a quick carpenter? Or is he going to make it? Nope. Make you just a quick carpenter so you can make it. I'll just watch him real quick. We have Mark S. is the forager right now. He, like I said, is going to forage. He's going to help, you know, support the colony. I basically talked about him already. He is disloyal, overeater, quick learner. Now, no offense here, Mark. I did this, but I made this decision before I put your name to it. I kind of put the names randomly. I just kind of picked a name and put it to a guy. Disloyal and overeater, obviously bad qualities to have. Overeater is basically, I think the general strategy that I saw as I read some forums is to put your overeaters as the foragers, as the people that are out, maybe a wood chopper or a herder that are out in danger's way. This way, if they do die, at least you got rid of the overeater. You know, I think that's the logic on that. Quick learner is good too for foraging, and then whatever else he'll do, like I said, he'll probably go to the farm. So again, I'll have another quick learner on the farm, always a good thing. So he's going to be our forager, and again, he's going to evolve and change later on. Looting again is mining. Hero almost is my builder. He's probably the best, you know, hard worker and quick learner is a great combo to me. I need another resource crate. Great. Polly, I spoke about, did I not? Yep. Trader. Natalia. Did I go through everybody? I think I did go through everybody. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I covered everybody. We should have 8 people. Haven't lost anybody yet. I stress the yet, as you guys know. Did I put the wrong crate in? Is that, no, it should be a resource crate. So we'll just put another one right next to it. Pull up storage. Food. No, alright. Food and seas. I'm confused. Okay, so this is a problem, though, is because, oh, I do have 1 copper ingot. So I'll put one right here for now. Yeah, it's fine. That takes what? Carpenter? Yes, it does. Alright, where did... Alright, I've got to kind of do a little look around. Make sure I'm not... Because I'm assuming these guys are all going to kind of sleep now. Looting is mining away. Good man. Like to keep somebody awake. Where did... Alright, I want to look at our design again. I'll give you a better look at that as well. Okay, so I want this stump to get out of here, and I'm going to plug that as soon as he takes that. Everything else is kind of good. Get the stumps away now. Just, what is that? That's a bush. That can stay there. These trees can go. I'm not too worried about trees. Trees are now a renewable resource. Like, literally, I can plant them inside, as I spoke about. Previously, like, one of the cardinal rules when you were building your settlement was to leave some trees alone. Like, make your settlement big enough so that you incorporate trees into your build and you leave them there, because, you know, when you had to hunker up and you were in trouble, you wanted to make sure that, you know, you had some wood to help sustain you. So that has obviously changed this time. We don't have to worry about trees so much. I can always plant some more. Clear these all out of here. So I'm very worried that I'm gonna, you know, have a surprise visit. I am going to get rid of this, because this, my idea was to run around. Oh, jeez. Do I have another one? Yeah, see, I started doing, I'm glad I just saw that, because that would have ended up getting my miner killed. I almost am sure of it. Okay, so I am totally exposed right now. This is a bad thing right now for me. But there's just no way around it. So I want to click on somebody and see where my herder went, because he's kind of disappeared. Herder. Oh, no, he isn't sleeping. So let's just make him the carpenter to make the resource crate and the barrel. This fine gentleman can keep digging away. Now I need... Why is that a different color? I don't really know. Gotta actually dig that out. Like I said, it's kind of... I'm assuming that. Just making sure I've got everything I need. So I'm hoping the strategy here is to get this done quickly. Is to, like I said, it's kind of a double whammy. This is a big, you know, big build here, obviously. What the hell is that? I'm confused. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh God, what was that? Good Lord. I'll zoom in. I'm just kind of giving a quick look here. This part of my wall I tried to make a little irregular. That's fine. Just want to make sure everything that needs to get done is being done as best as it can for now. I'll have to really inspect this. I'll probably do it all actually off camera when I could focus a little bit better. I hope you guys can see all right. I'm sorry that it's, you know, a little faded. And actually, you know what? I'm probably going to move on. I walked you through everybody. I've showed you the setup. There's going to be a link in the description, and I'm going to kind of outline you some of my plans. Obviously, you can see here a little bit, pretty big. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 80 wide this way. I got some big towers set up here in the corners, big enough for ballistas. I will add some big towers here. Like, this is going to be the main gate right here. Big tower here. Big tower here. I'm going to have kind of a walkway, you know, that goes out. So the idea is if you want to attack this gate, everything here is going to be dug out in time. You have to come up and walk on this little walkway that's kind of accordion zigzags back and forth. All the while you're in range of my archers. The idea is hopefully they can get 5, 6, 7, 8 arrows into you each guy before you even get to the gate. Because as we saw, the gates are not very strong. They get through them very quickly. If you do get through the gate, what is going to happen is as you enter the gate, again, same thing. That I'm going to have walls built up, and you're going to be funneled this way and around this way. And in the middle, I'm going to have a large platform, again, and with a footbridge to connect to this big tower. So these two big towers are initially going to be shooting in here. Boom, 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 boom. They can then fall back to this middle island, and they can shoot the guys as they go all the way around it in a 360 degree. And it's going to come this way straight. And over here, I'm going to have like almost a grandstand, I guess is the best way, where all my other citizens that aren't very good fighters can get up on here with their 1 or 2 level archery. It doesn't matter, and just shoot arrows as a last resort as they're walking down this little choke point. Again, I'm going to walk you through the video and explain this a little bit better in a better design mode for you. Those guys just scared the crap out of me. So people are waking up, it looks like. Some of them anyway. And yeah, so that's going to be the idea. I may add like another tower over here. Maybe one over in the middle of this wall. I don't know. We're going to see. I can always add those later. The idea right now is to get defenses up, get protected, and start getting resources rolling in. Now, like I said, the big issue for me is going to be getting wheat and how we do that. So if you guys have played and you have some, you know, tips and tricks, because here's my pledge to you guys. I'm going to try to play this legit, straight up. But I'm going to tell you right now, to survive, I may have to use some mechanics. And by mechanics, I mean either like not putting the hall in my castle. I'm thinking maybe even put it out here so that all the monsters that are attracted to here, they're not necessarily attracted right to my castle. And then I could send a sortie out to come and clear this out as I get a merchant or something. The other idea I had, if possible, dig a tunnel out here with a big tower, like a fortified tower for my archers. So my archers can literally get from my castle all the way out into this tunnel without being harmed or in danger, climb up the stairs to the top of the tower, have the hall out here. So all the skeletons and everything that are going to gather here, goblins, skeletons, even spiders potentially, my archers can just rain death down on them, kind of from some safety. I don't know if anybody's going to just break through the wall of the tower. There'll be no door. So these are ideas. These are ideas and input from you guys that I'm looking for. So if you could help me out with that, that would be great. And we'll discuss these and we'll figure these out as we go. But the first job is to live through the first night, which is always an adventure. So we'll see how we do. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate you watching episode 2. Sorry to let you down. It just got overwhelmed. You know, man, the goblin marauders on wolves really crippled us. Didn't end up really mattering because I feel like those spider matriarchs would have killed us off anyway. I had no hope of killing them. Just nothing for them. But we're gonna improve on that. We're gonna come up with some new ideas, some concepts. We're gonna test them, and we're gonna try to learn a lesson from episode 2, apply it to episode or season 4, 3. I don't know. I'm all flustered now, but I will come back to you next episode, hopefully in the daytime, so you can see a little better. And made some progress as I just continue to work on the walls and get a little more fortified. And I will talk to you soon, guys. Take care.